Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello, Willow. And welcome back to Diotior Productions. How is everybody doing today? We are jumping back into D&D, our campaign, which may be coming to an end quite soon. But I'm sure we'll find something to do after that. Where are we looking? Let me just type one thing. So where were we? We are finally getting out of this damn cottage. We've just taken a rest, and we are now preparing to move on. Hopefully we can sort this out and get back to some normal adventuring before we see what happens next. Let's get everybody involved. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We have everybody here. Zoe will be silent today. Anna isn't here yet.
Oh.
Plus, may not show up. She may be asleep still. Who knows? But for now, we are waking up from a long rest in the bloody cabin still.
Oh god, yeah. Have another nap.
Selena does not wake up.
Selena does not wake up. I
Selena,
never will.
yeah. Selena's still KO'd.
Someone call a medic.
How long has Giant Badger Spicy been out, and when does Abbie have to re-roll for a new Spicy?
Oh shit! Oh no, Spicy!
Ooh, let's see. No, Spicy's still around.
I was just double checking because I know, obviously, I don't know how long we've been here, but we've just had that like 8-hour rest.
Yeah, Spicy's still around.
Cool. Is it going to be in the middle of combat and Spicy's just going to go poof?
Poof. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Pardon me. Okay, so you had a nap last time.
Anyways, I come out of the room.
Whoa!
What did you do?
Do a flip!
Did you miss the Diane flip?
Kind
It was
of, yeah.
Quite incredible. Yeah. We'll never top the Phillips's flip, who knows?
Anyway, let's get back into the game. Quick look at the bunnies.
Kinda,
Bunnies are being cute.
Kinda, yep. I need a number.
What's the square for?
7. Okay. What square? What are you talking about?
This
I
random
don't remember. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So you'll kind of wake up and head downstairs, and you find sort of the table as you left it. Actually, plates that were left either with or without food in them have been left out. The fire is still cooking away on the opposite side of the room, and the light is sort of burning in the kitchen.
We'll start tidying up the dishes.
Lovely.
Diane's gonna lend a hand.
Khod will take the last piece of pie.
Although she ain't cleaning up the meaty dishes. Only the vegetarian one.
Yeah, we'll not handle those.
Khod will take the last piece of pie and just kind of go and like find a fork or something and hold it in the fire to warm it up for breakfast.
I am on principle never letting my D&D characters eat pie again. So
Why?
because one of my D&D characters is addicted to pie.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fair reason, so you know.
Yeah. So I've had my breakfast. Delicious.
You've had your breakfast, just eating more pie. Cool.
More pies, yes.
Okay, excellent. And if you, anyone who's heading into the kitchen will see that Madam is still in there. She's sort of working away.
How many little
still.
vials has she made overnight?
She has 7.
One for everybody.
Yep.
Well, she only needs 6
Right.
because someone's already drunk one.
Indeed. Yeah, she has 7.
Unless they wear out if you sleep.
Her sleeves are sort of rolled up and they're kind of like covered in little bits of this substance they what you brewed kind of pot thing last session, and yeah, she's distilled it into small vials which stand up on their own on the counter, and she doesn't. Yeah, she sort of like you find her. She's sort of pouring into this last vial, and she says to whoever is going to come in first, "You can well, that looks like the last of it." Oh, it's the what? Oh, no, actually, she's not. She doesn't say that. She says, "Oh, morning, everyone. I've brewed as much as I can while you lot were sleeping. Takes longer than you'd expect." And she sort of starts picking. She sort of like gathers them all up and starts passing one around to each person.
Do we all have to drink this, even if we don't have no magic?
And if you don't see a need, I don't really see why you need to. Oh no, there's still substance in the pot. This is the most she's made in the time.
I'll just swig, or take a vial and drink it.
Well, Diane, I suggest that you drink one, even though you haven't got any magic. It might help us get out of here.
I mean, it ain't exactly...
Who knows? It might be a luck potion as well. Not entirely sure what it does.
Diane, what is your favourite food, Diane?
I mean, I quite like me some heckin'... I was gonna say T-bone steak. That is very much... I mean, I like
a
me...
good tasty cow. Just do it.
No! I mean, I quite like me some lettuce.
I was more thinking...
Eggs are okay.
I was more thinking something
Grass.
sweet that Madam could kind of flavour it with, so it makes it easier for you to drink.
Oh, you want me to eat something sweet? Well, I am mighty fond of gooseberries.
Walks over to Madam. Madam, have you got any gooseberries that you could drop in Diane so she can drink it a little bit easier?
I'm sure there are some gooseberries and other fruits of the forest lying around here somewhere. Let me have a look. And she starts sort of rummaging through various cupboards. At which point, Spicy is going to sort of barge into the room. Being quite large, he can sort of pushes past everyone quite easily. And sort of sniffing about. Oh, someone's hungry by the looks of it. And you're going to hear a little in response.
Oh, fucking Spicy.
Why is he my best character? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
He doesn't talk.
oof. Anyway, yeah. So Madam is kind of like, yeah. She sort of finds a jar. As aha, here we are, and sort of plops a few gooseberries out and sort of like squeezes them. So squeezes them into a little bowl and then pours that into one of the vials and passes it to Diane. There you go, dear. It should be a bit more pleasant on the palate.
Anybody else got any special flavour?
Alright, I'll give it a go.
Rin has drank worse.
Diane downs it.
It don't even taste
Spluttering.
that bad. From what I remember.
Eglath, do you want a flavour in yours? Just for special effect. Cool.
Eglath is fine, understandably.
So I walk back into the kitchen, grab a vial for me and Eglath, and go and hand it to her. And then neck it.
Excellent. Well, everyone who drank their potions should.
And then we end up and force one down Selena's unconscious throat as well.
Oof, that's uncomfortable. That is some uncomfortable imagery.
She might need it. It's fine.
She might choke to death.
Pouring it in slowly,
You
so
have no scruples.
just so she's got a top up of the potion if she needs it.
I see your other friend is a little worn out.
Yeah, she'll be fine eventually, but she does this every now and then.
Ah, right. You notice. I will say, Jeffrey, you do sort of notice that as you've sort of encountered Madam, she has sort of become more cognizant the longer you've spoken to her.
Hax, your cable's playing up again.
Oh shit! It's not exactly. Yeah, it's not pleasant on my end either. Yeah. So she's as you've from when you first met her to now, she's definitely become more cognizant. She's doing sort of more with her hands, which kind of seemed. Yeah, she sort of seemed quite feeble and infirm when you first met her, but now she's a lot more sort of proactive and engaging in conversations of substance, I suppose. And she sort of when she looks at you, before she kind of had like a watery-eyed kind of dead look, but when she looks at you, there's a lot more behind it now. Interpret from that what you will. And anyway, she sort of like she gathers up the remaining files, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one or two left. Yeah, she has one left. And you don't notice her drink it.
Sorry, we do or don't? You kind of dropped out a little bit.
You don't notice her drink it.
Okay.
He says, right, well, best get going, I suppose.
Eglath, can you carry Selena?
She is quite a heavy sleeper, isn't she?
Ow.
Cool.
Okay.
So are we going in the boat again?
Unless you have another suggestion, dearie.
Let's go kill us a frogman.
Woo!
Dang.
Boat time! Down the stairs. Run, and boat.
Okay, yeah, this time, yes, Madam is joining you. She kind of takes a look back at the house while she's sort of on the stairs, and then sort of hurries along after you lot. Diane flips into the boat.
Quite acrobatically.
Oh god, it's great. She gives Philipsis a run for her goddamn money.
Can you make me a Dex acrobatics check, please?
I can. You know what I've just realised is I totally forgot to open my goddamn sheet.
Hi,
Oh my
Lily.
God.
Thank you, Lily. All
Hey
of the
there.
3 hundo bits from Lily.
Yay!
5, by the way.
Huh?
That's a 5. It's a slightly. It's not exactly graceful, but you do a flip into, and it does end in the boat. It's just like.
Lily, look what I can do.
Yeah, she does. There is definitely a flip. Yeah, so you travel from the quay to the boat, and there is a flip in between. Everything else, like, I mean, you wouldn't call it graceful for sure, but there is definitely a flip. And you do end up in the boat, like, on your back. But apart from that, everything's fine.
Woo!
Okay. So, and now this time, Madam, she sort of gracefully kind of, or as gracefully as an older half-orc woman can, makes her way into the back of the boat, and next to the unconscious Selena, and she says, "Right, well, I suppose we best be getting going."
Back to the froggy bitch.
Yep.
And we can kick its ass this time. Away!
Okay, we kind of start heading off. And you push away from the more.
Now, I'm gonna reload my gun in case, because presumably the crystal still won't work.
Which crystal is this?
The one that gives me magic ammo.
Ah,
Yeah, the infusion.
okay, doke.
But you nicked the potion, so you've got your magic.
Well, I mean, you can't make a crystal drink a potion, can you?
just
Can
dip
you?
it,
No,
Just
no one's
just
tried,
dip
no
it
one's
in there
tried.
for a minute. It'll be fine.
I'll try and I'll pull off the potion and I'll pull off the crystal and try and reapply it. Maybe using some of my natural magic to make it work, or something, I don't know.
So you're gonna, okay, so you're gonna try and... How does it actually work? Do you have to attune with it?
Well, yeah, the thing is attunement. It's an attunement magic item, essentially.
Okay, I mean, Abbie can... Well, Diane can attune with it then, surely.
Yep, and I'll do the same with mine on the way there.
Okie doke. I'll say, yeah, they are... Yeah, because you now have access to kind of latent magical ability, you're able to attune with your magical items.
Yep.
Um,
Alrighty, I'm going to spark the my crystals again, and repeating shows back up.
Yay!
Yep. You push off on them all, and you start.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
What kind of like day is it? Is it dark or is it light out?
It's the same as it always has been.
Always dark.
It's always very overcast, and it's very difficult to tell what kind. It's always so yeah, it was quite dark, but it's a very heavy fog, as I've said.
I light my
And-
torch again.
Good shout, good shout. You light the torch, and you push off into the dark.
As we push off with Rin and Eglath rowing, I turn around to say to Diane and say, I may need you to keep a lookout as well, and please help Madam.
Madam kind of has like her knitted shawl thing, and she's kind of like pull it quite tightly over her. But yes, she's just sort of sitting there, and you push off and start rowing in one of the directions. You've kind of, as you sort of move away, you kind of lose track of where you are already, but you head off into the darkness. Make me, alright, I'll have Khod then. I'll have Khod make me a survival check with advantage.
Survival with advantage.
Yes.
Well, I needed that. I'll take that. Survival 18.
18. Very nice. Yep, you row for a little bit, and everything seems calm. You kind of push around. Some bits of the terrain do seem quite familiar to you, like the occasional stump, large rock. Well, none of the rocks stick out particularly highly, but various like mossy rocks and things like that do appear a bit above the surface are recognizable. Or at least they are for a minute, and then they sort of step away into sort of obscurity again. But you push through the waters fairly unencumbered for a little while at least. I'm going to have anyone who's looking then make me a perception check. Also, oh fuck, I didn't get my dice! Shit! Okay, hang on.
I rolled a 13. I hope you get more than I do.
9.
Oh god. Please save us,
What's
madam.
Right.
Okay,
What
what's the roll?
What are the rolls?
Perception.
Yep.
Okay,
perception roll.
perception. Gotcha. Alrighty, come on. Actually roll decent, please.
What's this?
Well, I rolled a 13.
15, 17.
15, 17, 18. What did Khod get for his
13.
survival? 13. Okay.
No, for perception was 13.
Okay, right.
So hopefully madam rolls high as well.
Alright, I will find out now. Just give me a hot second. Okay, use that one. Let's see what we got. Oh no, she got 2, so...
Jesus.
She's an older woman, she's a bit short-sighted.
These cataracts coming back to bite her again.
However, with your so you sort of push through the waters. Things seem fairly okay. However, people who rolled more than a 15, you are definitely hearing something. Normally, it's very quiet, very calm. The only thing you can sort of hear is the pushing of oar against silty water. But now you can hear off in the distance, sort of further away than you can see quite a large amount of activity in the water, just by virtue of splashing and different noises that you can hear off in the distance, mainly coming from behind you.
Splashing from behind us, that's never good.
Mm-hmm. No, that's the wrong color. Okay, right. Let's just get this out. No, not that one. Ah, fucking hell. Right. Get that one as well. Great. Okay, so. Is there anything you'd like to do now? Or would you like to continue rowing as normal?
Well, I haven't heard this splashing yet, so...
I'm sure you've been informed.
Okay. This splashing you guys can hear, is it catching up to us, or should we just try and GTFO as quick as possible?
Well, it does definitely sound like it's getting louder.
Abbie's busy playing with potions.
I mean, I'm not one of the ones who heard it.
Oh yeah, good
Did
point.
you not? I thought you rolled quite well.
I got 9.
Oh, all right then.
I think
In which case
just...
you can kind of, yeah, you can kind of all like you kind of all noticed it now. Once one person notices, everyone's like, "Hey, isn't there this or whatever?" I mean, you can sort
Rin's
of.
gonna. Rin's gonna wait. Hold her action until hold her action to shoot into the water with her crossbow if she can actually see the splashing.
Lovely. Okay, cool. Great. So you're also ready in action. Selena's been quite tired.
And
What is ready, and Eglath is readying your axe as well. Cool. In which case you sort of keep with Eglath. Sort of, is Eglath gonna take your hands off the oars in that case, or what? I was waiting for it. Wait for it.
Type.
Mash those fucking keys.
Oh shit, what have I done? I've just opened the console command.
I was half expecting you to like turn and say, "Oh shit, I've just popped a key off my keyboard or something."
Okay, that's cool. No one ever tries cheat codes in D&D. Is all I'm saying. Okay, so everyone's kind of like people's
player dot set AV int 20.
nice.
Unknown command. What a shame.
Ah, rip. People are still.
The console commands are actually just DMing hacks.
My God, I'm like my mind is being controlled. It's like fucking super hot. Yeah. So basically, people, you're kind of still rowing. I imagine you're rowing a little bit slower to kind of pay more attention to. This sort of sound that's approaching. In which case, from as you sort of hear this sound of gurgling and splashing water in the distance behind you, Eglath and Rin, and in this case Diane, and to an extent Spicy, are going to get a good view of this sort of like writhing splashing as that is sort of like going to quite quickly come into view because you only have a visibility of about 10 to 15 feet behind you, but you're gonna quite soon see the source of the splashing. You can't see what specifically is in it, but you can definitely see something's there. So what will you do? Something is splashing around and writhing.
I mean, we could just shoot it.
Excellent, great. What will you do though? Are you just going to talk, or are you going to attempt to do something? It is getting closer and closer.
So we have no idea what it is. It's just a writhing mass in the filthy, gross water.
Yep.
I mean, I reckon we shoot it. Hey, Rin, can I shoot it?
Sure.
I'm gonna shoot it.
I'm also gonna shoot it.
Everyone shoots it. Cool.
Combo move!
Alright, I'll have Diane and Rin both make shooty attacks.
Whoops,
Plus 8 to hit.
Went down. Oh, fuck.
Oh god.
My gun is fucking misfired.
12. Okay,
Plus 8, so an unnatural 20 to hit.
An unnatural 20. Okay, doke.
Rin is unintentionally one of my more optimized characters.
Okay. Let's see. So basically, Diane is kind of first to get. Well, she's like kind of first to respond. She's like, "Can I shoot it?" Everyone's like, "Yeah, sure." And you sort of go in to take a shot, but as you do, you're going to kind of, you sort of like you pull down the trigger, and you just hear a dull like clicking noise as your gun kind of misfires. In which time, a large creature is going to sort of rise from the depths. It is the Vanderhob. I need the fucking model. But yeah, the large, this sort of, you're going to sort of see this thing kind of rise up. It has a horrifically scarred left eye and various cuts and sort of a goopy black substance kind of oozing out in various parts all over its body. Or like what you can see of it, you can mainly see its face, and its sort of big tongue is kind of constantly hanging out as it's sort of coming towards you. And then from behind, sort of rushing past Diane's ear, a bolt. Is it an electric-y bolt or a regular bolt?
It's an electric-y bolt because it's one of the repeating ones.
Cool. You fire an electric-y bolt at the Vanderhob. And basically what happens is you shoot it right at its other eye, which fucking explodes along with most of its head, and it kind of sort of sits there for a minute and then just slowly sinks below the depths. You don't even need to roll
magic, I'm guessing.
Well, you didn't need to roll. I'll say it was on 1 HP after your last fight with it, so it was gonna die.
Well, at least
It's
it
10
didn't
damage in
kill.
any case.
Oh,
good. Keep going.
just kind of crack your knuckles and get back to it.
Dead folks. Renault.
He's dead, Jim.
How'd you spell it?
Vanderhob. It's got 2 B's at the end. Apart from that, it's mostly the same. Jesus Christ. But yeah, you just sort of, you basically just like, okay, that was the thing that happened, and just keep moseying on. I'm gonna have.
I want to try making a Tinker's Tools check to fix my gun.
Go right
And I'll
ahead.
give her the help action to give her advantage.
I would mighty well appreciate that there help action.
I'll get by with little help from my friends.
Actually, I probably would have to lend her my Tinker's Souls, but
11.
What the fuck is this thing doing?
Oh yeah, can I borrow them? I want to do it
Yeah,
myself though. You told me. Literally, that was what we were doing in the rest, remember?
Yep.
Well, thank goodness for the help. Hey! My gun's fixed.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay.
Guys, you were this close to going to fucking hell.
You could have died.
I
But yeah, you
wouldn't
just-
have been sorry. I would have felt no remorse whatsoever.
dice have rights as well, guys. I mean, come on. Not every dice is
like
gonna
how
roll 20 every time.
I'm threatening the dice with hell while Lily's like, oh, Abbie's cute in chat.
Yeah.
She's so nice.
Yeah.
I love it when he threatens to send things to hell.
To kill inanimate objects, you know? Okay, so you kind of push on. Fucking... Okay. Let's think a second. No one's tried to use any spells yet, have they?
Well, our main spellcaster is still unconscious, so...
That's true.
Yeah, and I'm not really that kind of spellcaster.
That's true.
And,
Okay, yeah.
well, if I remember correctly, after she drank the potion, she did set me on fire. Like before we took the long rest.
Yeah, she did
Yeah.
confirm it worked.
Okay, Nick. In which case, I will have Khod make me another survival check with advantage. I'll say the health is sort of like coming from everyone else, kind of looking about. Now, after that little instant, everything is kind of quiet again.
Fucking dice. I rolled 2 17s.
Not bad.
Plus 4, 21.
21. Cool. So you're kind of you're kind of moving at quite a pace now, with a great degree of confidence. Perhaps more so than before. It's strange. You feel, whereas before you kind of were going into the unknown, not really, kind of just feeling your way around. This time you feel like you're moving with a lot more purpose, I suppose. At one point, however, though, you are sort of pushing your way through the water, and you're kind of giving some minor orders to the people rowing behind. And at one point, you're sort of pitching to go to sort of in a port direction, and then from the back of the ship or from the back of the boat, Madam is just going to say, no, not that way." And you she sort of is gesturing to head in a more starboardly direction, which you comply with, and or you don't have to, but she's sort of gesturing to head in a different direction.
Well, are you remembering more of where everything is now, madam, or...?
Perhaps things are a little less hazy than they were before, but I have a feeling.
So let's kind of follow her instruction and go the way she suggested.
Yeah, as you're sort of going along, she does this a bit more and more. She's sort of saying, "Oh no, go this way, not that way," and things like that. Perhaps like making brief eye contact with Eglath or Rin.
Oh,
and sort of like kind of very subtly kind of be like, okay, like this way a little bit or whatever. But yes, you kind of push through. You keep sort of pushing through the through this bog. I need to
I just found this on the floor.
What did your parents tell you about picking shit off the floor?
What did you find on the floor?
You put it in a bin.
I also found the entire or nearly all of the party on the floor over here.
When I was told that Mecha Spicy didn't work, I yeeted it off the board. And
We've got everyone but Rin here that I found on the floor as well. We can have
that
them.
happened.
Do you remember when they had the whole peach orchard just on the side? That's
That was good.
Anyway, yes, you kind of push through. I always fucking ask this. What's everyone's like passive perceptions?
14.
12.
Yeah,
Okay.
same. 12.
Okay. 9. That does always tickle me whenever that comes up. Take. Okay. In which case, yeah, fuck. Khod, you sort of, you are the first and only person to notice, in the distance ahead of you, more sort of like a brief disturbance in the water that then goes away again.
Guys, we may be coming up on something else. I saw it over there, and then it kind of went away again.
What kind of something?
Just something like moved in the water. Hopefully it's not another one of those big froggy bastards.
If you remember, there were 2.
It may be the other big froggy bastard. And it might be extra pissed that we killed its friend. It might not know that we killed its friend.
In that case, I'd advise not telling it right now that we killed its friend.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you want to try and row around it? Like, kind of veer off course slightly just to, like, avoid it?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okie doke. So you're gonna kind of like course correct in the opposite direction. That's fine. That's
Not
cool.
so much in the opposite direction, but if it's like over here, we want to kind of go over here around it or over here, just so we're like far enough away that it doesn't see us.
Madam is gonna notice you're kind of. Oh god. Madam is gonna notice that you're talking, and she's gonna say, "Is there something wrong?"
There might be another one of those big froggy bastards in front of us.
Ah, right. I thought you did deal with that other one, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a second one that we saw last time.
Ah, right.
And we
Oh, excellent. It seems that you have all this in hand.
What do you guys think? Avoid or go and kick the shit out of it? Try to.
I mean, we don't know for sure if it is a froggy bastard. There's a voice in my head telling us to do donuts around it. But I think that seems pretty dangerous.
Do a water drift.
And it may be a bit tricky in this tiny little rowing boat with all of us in it.
That also.
Okay. In
The
which
voice
case,
in my head just so happens to be Twitch chat.
Twitch. Do a flip. Oh, you've already done
Do
that.
a barrel roll!
I can do a flip. I can do a flip. Hang on. Get ready, Twitch chat.
Oh.
And spicy.
And spicy too.
Nice.
Oh, look at the double flip.
Don't do it
Okay.
too much, Dan, or you'll have to make a perception check and fall out of the boat.
Or
Nah,
dexterity savings or...
A saving throw. Oh, look at the spicy go.
Woo! Okay. In which case, I will... I'm gonna have to make a classic survival check. Just a classical
Who?
survival check. With advantage again.
Who?
This time Khod do it.
17 plus 4, 21 again.
Cool. You sort of rowing the boat, and even with your 21, your boat, you feel a sort of slam, and suddenly all of you sort of lurch forward, and you kind of observe your surroundings, and see. You sort of see the water below you, but you don't see anything that you could have really bumped into. However, you do notice that that just a little ahead of you, the water seems to thin out a little bit. And Madam is going to say, and sort of look around and say, "Oh, have we stopped?"
Can we see anything, or is it all just fog still?
It's foggy. Like in the distance, it's still quite foggy, and there's water around you, the area that you can see. But your boat has come to like a complete stop.
So, and we can't see through the water that we're in still.
Yes, it is just like pitch black, so you can't see like anything through it.
How far out is the thinning of the water?
It's just like off in the distance. You think it kind of thins. It's difficult to tell.
Okay. The water does change, like, in front of us, guys. So we're getting somewhere. Why have we stopped? I asked the two people rowing.
Because you suck at survival checks.
Abbie, I rolled a 21.
What is it? What are you going to attempt to do then in this case?
What have I... Let me just have a look at what I have in my inventory. Has anybody got a spare torch I can borrow?
Your torch is still lit.
I know, but I want to... Oh, wait. I have 10 torches on me. Cool.
Very convenient.
I'm going to light a second torch and just kind of throw it in front of us.
Okay. You throw it in front of you.
Just to see what happens.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you throw it in front of you, and it plops into the water and extinguishes.
But nothing, I didn't see anything special. It just kind of went in the water and just sank.
Yep.
Eglath, Ring, can we row and go any further?
We'll try.
Okay. The both of you attempt to row, but you find that your oars just kind of scrape against something in the water, and you find the boat makes little to no movement as you're sort of like rowing.
Ren will pull the oar back and poke at the ground.
Yep. Are you just gonna reach into the water then? In that case.
With the oar.
She's gonna poke the oar into the ground.
Okay. You poke the oar into the water, and after like a little, like basically a second, you feel it knock against the ground.
So how deep is it here?
It's quite shallow, actually, which is why you've run aground, basically.
Okay. Ren will nudge her way past Eglath, not Eglath, Khod, and she'll tap on the ground in front of the boat to see if it's safe to get out.
Yep. You notice slightly more shallow at this end.
Okay. Well, this is our stop.
Cool.
Someone carry the old lady.
Well, it's not the old lady
Selena.
that... I was going to say, it's not the old lady that needs to be carried, it's just Selena.
To be honest, both of them need to be carried, because it's still, water.
Yeah, good point.
How heavy is the old lady? Could she ride Spicy?
Actually, Spicy, no, I think Spicy would need to be large. If Spicy is large, she could.
I mean, you could still make a check to, like, for Spicy to carry someone, couldn't you?
Fair enough.
Okay. If you want, Abbie, Diane would have to give the order for
Spicy,
Madam to
carry that old lady if you can.
He kind of seems to oblige, and sort of braces himself, and
I
Madam
kind of flips with her on his back.
Oh, no!
You can kind of wobble a little bit, but not much else.
Oh god, she's killed me.
She
He's
does
doing
it.
a wheelie.
She does. She flips right onto his back. Mate, you got. I think you've got to do it, don't you, Abbie? You got to do the roll for it. It's not gonna be hard. Just roll a strength check for Spicy, if you please.
Okay, let me get the sheet up. The giant badger sheet. Strength is a +1. You're still on thin ice. Oh my god, I keep missing the tower.
Yeah, and thin dice,
15.
buddy. 15. Yeah, he carries her with relative ease. She sort of sits quite gracefully on his back, sort of, what do you call that position? Like the way women stereotypically
Side
ride
saddle.
on things. Side saddle, that's right. And, yeah, she rides him side saddle. And, yeah, and he sort of like hops into the water with her on his back. Come along, no point in waiting up.
I think... Well, if Rin goes first with the oar, then she can kind of prod and make sure we're not going to fall into some deep water.
You are a massive coward, ain't ya? I'll go first.
I was just making, like, being sensible, guys.
Ren also hops overboard, like...
Everyone hops in. Are you bringing the oar with you? Or just gonna leave it behind.
Hey, no, I'll bring it.
Cool.
It'll
You just
be
got a
a useful
You've just got a
measuring
massive
stick for...
fucking oar with you now. That's cool. Relative sizes and everything. Yeah. So you're kind of you're almost following Spicy along as he's carrying Madam.
Navigator Spicy.
Yep. He's kind of sniffing around. Come along. Don't dawdle.
Everybody
And-
follow that Spicy!
And you kind of sort of push off into darkness. So when you kind of hop in at first, it's sort of I'm just going to take it like say I'm normal height. I'm about 6 foot almost. It's sort of up to about your thighs. So it basically is nearly up to Rin's like chest area. But I think that'd be how that works. How tall is Rin? Sorry.
Like... I don't think I've ever worked it out. I'll see if it's written down somewhere on the sheet.
What's your gnome sizes typically? They're usually shorter. Actually, they're a bit taller than hobbits, I think. Or half.
I'm a small. They're small. So I was gonna find out. 1 second.
Okay. Either way, Rin is kind of like, it's quite high up on her.
3.5 feet at highest. So, and Rin's probably tall for a gnome. So.
In which case, it is like up to your neck, basically. I think that'd be
Okay,
good.
Rin's just swimming.
Scared myself by moving my hair out of my face and seeing my wardrobe door.
Yes.
Bravo.
That's very impressive.
I don't even understand how it jump scared me, but it did.
Don't worry, the worst thing that's in there is like a head spider or something like that. Okay, so anyway, you also like, so you push onto the
Yeah,
bottom.
at this point I'm swimming.
Yep. You swim for a little bit, but then eventually it's like when you're in like a public pool and you swim into the kids section, and eventually you're just like lying on some slabs or whatever. But yeah, it does definitely get shallower the more you push up, and eventually you're sort of walking on very silty sludge. It is sort of muddy and sticks. It kind of sticks to your feet and boots and lower thighs mainly. But yeah, you find yourselves eventually. You're walking through sort of dry, well, not dry mud, not dry land, but wet mud, and it's like the most proper ground you've encountered in quite a while now. But yes, I want. In which case, yeah. So Spicy's kind of leading the pack. I'm gonna have. I need to check the D&D thingies a second. I need to check those D&Ds, you know. D&Ds.
All of them stats and stuff.
God damn it! When you search it up on Google Images, the first one is a fucking meme one. Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it.
Now I'm worried for what you were trying to find.
Let's see. I'll have people make me just perception rolls. Just everyone give me a perception roll.
Okay. Where is my perception?
4.
11.
Right. I warned you. I warned
11.
you were still on thin fucking ice.
17.
You know what's even thinner?
Yeah, 6.
This little
6.
sheet of metal between you and the void.
Right, row.
Don't
Yeah, you
enter
threaten.
again, or I will hit the button and you die.
You threaten that virtual die.
Okay, well, Diotior just murdered it in cold blood, so never mind.
Okay, so you don't. So you're sort of pushing through. Everyone is kind of like sticking quite close by. Eglath, however, is kind of quite confident in her foot placements and things like that, and is quite confidently following after Spicy. Eventually, however. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, so basically what Eglath sees is a dark shape quickly looms out of darkness, almost as if it wasn't there before. It just sort of looms out of the darkness towards you. How do you react?
I jump scare myself with a wardrobe door.
Cool. We're now you all keep walking through. You get through some trees, and eventually you just burst through into Abbie's bedroom. I would like it if Eglath's instinctive response is to just like throw Selena at them.
Oh, that would be hilarious. What are you gonna do, Zoe?
Type faster. Type faster. No, it's mind. We got all evening. It's fine. Oh, right.
You saw a shape in front of you that was almost not there before, and the DM wants you to throw Selena.
No, I didn't say that. But basically, something has sort of loomed, sort of a dark shape is sort of looming at in the darkness ahead of you. that you didn't notice before. Could just be due to the way the fog is, but yeah, you're suddenly seeing something that not everyone else has noticed just yet. Probably like just out of their field of vision. How do you react? Okay, so Eglath says, "Who goes there off into the darkness?" Everyone kind of is now sort of focusing on where Eglath is looking, and you all kind of see this dark shape. There is no response from whatever it is. Spicy has sort of come to a halt, and Madam sort of says, "What's going on? What's happening?"
It's a starfish.
There's something there.
Are you sure? I can't see anything.
Eglath.
I mean, Eglath said so.
And if Eglath spotted something, there's something there.
Yeah. That was the wrong link.
Yeah, I was a bit
I had to send you
confused.
that. I don't even know what link that is.
It's just.
I feel like something is happening in the background.
Tell me about it.
I was trying to send Abbie a thing. I actually posted a Twitter link.
Alright, so you hold it on as Selena. Cool. You got the axe. You got your axe out. Cool.
Can I ready my bow with an arrow to if it seems aggressive, just to loose?
Yeah, you can notch now. Have an opportunity attack ready or whatever reaction. That's the one.
You can presumably you mean hold an action.
Hold an action. Yeah, yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
But yeah, so basically you're kind of in a bit of a standoff. You can see the sort of dark shape off in the distance, but it doesn't appear to be moving or doing particularly anything.
Can I, if we don't get a response, kind of move forward a little bit to see if I can see what it is?
You kind of push a little bit closer, and as you kind of do, the fog is sort of starting to it sort of doesn't dissipate, but things become more clear as you get closer. And you can see it is a very large 12 feet in height, I think, is the total black figure. Again, quite rotund, I think is the word. And it obviously its features are kind of still indeterminable at this distance, but you can kind of guess what it might be just via context.
Is it a giant froggy bastard again?
I mean, who knows? You haven't asked. Well, you have asked, but you've not got a response.
Excuse me, are you a giant froggy bastard?
Yes. No, you don't hear anything.
Guys, it's a tall figure of some sort. You may want to come a bit closer to get a better look.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but sure.
Ren will level her crossbow at it.
Okay. As you're kind of all like readying your stuff, you hear this loud
Ribbit.
this loud thudding as yes, definitely a Banderhob steps forward. This one significantly less fucked up than the last one.
Ribbit.
But yeah, it steps towards you. It is fucking huge, honestly. But yeah, it sort of steps towards you. It's kept its tongue in its mouth for now, at least, and sort of eyeing all of you up.
Yep, guys, giant froggy bastard.
It doesn't.
Oh, good.
It's just sort of like It's just sort of standing there right now.
It doesn't seem aggressive yet.
I think it's weapon time.
Yeah, Ren is leveling her crossbow at it,
Okie doke.
preparing, readying an action to shoot it if it does anything suspect.
My goodness, it is rather ugly, isn't it?
Are we still like walking through water? Or are we like on?
No, you're in. You're in like silty, sludgy kind of stuff, but you're on land at the moment.
Eglath, you may need to put Selena down for a minute so you can help us kill this thing. Somewhere safe so she's not going to sink in the mud, preferably.
Okay, are you gonna... currently, Spicy's kind of staying completely still, not really doing anything.
Spicy, defend! Defend, madam. Just don't
Okay.
let that thing eat her.
Okay, so Spicy kind of shifts
Into
his
a
stance.
fighting stance.
Spicy's T-poses. No.
Spicy
Spicy-
gets up on his hind legs and readies his fist.
Put him
He's
up,
an
go on.
expert martial artist.
He's just a
Come on
great,
and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
he's just a great boxer. No, he just kind of like shifts his position sort of downwards, kind of growls slightly, and the band hob is gonna kind of focus its vision on that and take a step back as it sees this.
I'm gonna kind of take a step and stand behind Spicy.
You are, as always, a colossal coward.
Okay, I have a bow. It's easier for me to shoot it if I'm stood here rather than in its face.
And you're willing to sacrifice an old lady and a badger?
Okay, the badger you can pull out of the bag. Madam, you may want to step to the back next to Selena.
She sort of looks back at you and she says, "Well, actually, I think I'm rather safe on here, aren't I, boy?" She kind of like pats Spicy and kind of like sniffs.
Alright, who wants to take the first shot?
Okay. Yeah, as he says, Eglath charges. Make your attack.
And Rin will take her shot.
Okay, yeah.
I
So,
ain't throwing away my shot.
I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, so Eglath, make your attack. And let me know.
Okay.
Let me have a look.
Usually these things have quite a low AC. I got a plate.
It's stuff like you can't remove just yet. But I just need to sort this out first. Let's have a look. Okay, so Eglath kind of runs at the creature and swings her axe. I'm guessing it's a double-headed axe. I've never actually asked. And it kind of like...
It's an 18.
Oh, it's an 18. Well,
Oh.
that changes things.
Stubb dropped out.
Oh,
Oh,
Stubb?
Stubb's gone offline.
Oh no, Stubb.
I think her internet may have just died.
Ah, fuck. Oh no. Okay, in which case, damn it, that's annoying. Okay, so basically, Eglath runs at the band hob and buries her axe basically in its like belly kind of area, and the axe just sort of like it makes a very satisfying slice into it, and sort of this black substance spurts out as this happens.
It's crude oil, my god!
We found oil!
Black
The US military parasails in and starts mining it for oil. Eglath, roll me damage. $11. Jeez. Okay. You do 11 damage. Let me just put that down. Alright. You do... Yep, you do 11 damage. You stab it, and then you pull your axe out. And basically that begins the combat.
Does Stubb
so yeah,
get her Because she'd already leveled the crossbow at it.
She did level the crossbow. Everyone's got a weapon leveled.
I mean, given she's just gone offline, I'd say leave it.
It is. Yeah, that's true. In which case, I'll just have everyone roll initiative.
Initiative.
Stubb, there you are.
Hey, partner.
Hey.
Oh, joy.
Just roll
Yeah,
an initiative. Would you like me to roll your initiative for you?
No, I'm rejoining. Also, because I was holding an action, I am going to have that go off.
Alright.
For a 27 to hit. You'd roll a... Okay.
I rolled an 18 on my initiative.
Let me just give it down.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 10.
18. 10.
Okay. Yeah.
6.
I'll give you the damage in a minute once it loads. Okay. I have no idea why the internet randomly died, but it did.
It just happens. It happens to me all the time.
Okay.
Typically, it's when you most need it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see.
D8.
I enjoy that Willy Wonka is advertising in global chat for a game of Monopoly. You can't trick me that easy. I know you already have a monopoly on the chocolate market.
Exactly.
So that's 8 damage. Magical damage. Good.
What was that? 8 damage?
8 damage.
Okay. Alright. You fire one of your thingies. Wait, what you? How did you? What was the actual roll? You got 27.
Yeah, I got a 19 plus 8.
Woo! Jeez. And that's 8 damage.
I built
Sorry.
a very optimized character, and I got a 16 plus 3 for 19 initiative.
Okey-doke.
My initiative's an 18.
Yeah, 18. Oh, sorry. Stubb, what was yours again? Initiative.
It was 19.
19. Very nice.
Found a
No.
Selena.
No natural 20s yet, though. And I need. What is Spicy roll for his initiative?
Oh, yeah, I'll roll that now.
And I'll have Madam roll as well.
I should have really built Mech Spicy again.
The answer is fucking 2.
Nice.
Sweet.
Holy,
What
what
the
do?
hell, dice?
For now, okay. For now, I'll have Spicy and Madam act on the same turn.
Cool.
They are one entity.
They have become one.
I mean,
let's.
wait, no, Spicy doesn't do initiative. Spicy goes on my turn because of that. That's how Bag of Tricks works.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Alrighty.
Who is first? It's actually Rin first.
Alrighty. Rin's gonna start by realizing that her bear now works, and I'm gonna get to use this thing once in this campaign. So she's gonna quickly assemble that. I'll spend my entire turn just putting together. It's finished. It's just like in pieces. So like I can just.
Does it genuinely take one action to assemble?
Well, like it takes like a long rest to repair, but like it doesn't exactly say how long it would take to assemble.
Okay.
But my reasoning is that
You did it last time.
'Cause
So, yeah, I'll take
because I
that as...
already assembled it, I
Yeah.
can just put it together quickly.
That's fine. Yeah,
It's a flat pack bear.
yeah. It's an
Yeah,
IKEA.
basically.
It's an IKEA. It's an IKEA mech bear.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have any bonus actions or anything else you can do then?
Actually, if I once it's done, I believe I can use my bonus action to order it to go attack something.
I shouldn't have asked really. I shouldn't have asked really, should I?
No, you should not have. Bonus action, you can command it to attack with dash, disengage, help, or search. Wait, what?
We didn't get. We didn't get a good description of it last time.
Oh,
either,
to
so
take an action from its stat block. It's a robot bear. That's basically it.
It is a
So, Okay. So Yeah.
I'm really glad the frog doesn't have massive nipples.
Okay, let me just
Look.
get the Steel Defender up.
How do you know that those warts aren't just nipples?
It's just covered in nipples.
Jesus Christ.
Brilliant.
That's not
That's fucking
blood. It's
horrifying.
lactating. It's just milk. It's black
Oh,
horrible milk.
Okay, Falls Empowered Rend.
It does have a nice
So-
ass, though. I'll be honest.
Right, gonna send Mecha Spicy over to it.
What does Mecha
And-
Spicy look like?
It's like a robot bear made of bronze.
I imagine it looks like Growler from Robot Wars.
No, it looks like an actual bear.
It's like a photorealistic bear.
Made out of bronze.
That's an 11 to hit.
It does not hit.
Oh joy. Okay.
Does it have red eyes, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
And I'm gonna aim. And actually, I do that as a reaction.
That is a really cool, spicy gun.
That is a real cool, elaborate gun you got there.
That is
Yes,
one
it is.
mighty fancy bear gun.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Alright, that will be the end of your turn then.
That'll be the end of my turn.
And then we shall move on to... it'll be
Diane,
Yes, it is Diane.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Wow, crazy. Go ahead.
14.
14. Not adding anything?
What?
Gonna add anything to that? Just flat 14?
No, I rolled a 6. 14 is what I've got.
Ouch.
Alright, you fire, and you hit it, but the bullet sort of bounces off harmlessly. Oh, I should have said what the bear did. The bear kind of like goes into more one of its legs, and is just kind of like kicked away a little bit, just to like that space there. And it kind of ineffectually attempts to maul this.
This thing is bulletproof. I in my turn.
Excellent. Okay, no one's gonna move or anything. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and now it's gonna be Spicy. If you want to ask him to do anything.
No, Spicy's on defense duty.
Okay, cool. Madam is kind of like sitting there, just saying, "Oh, this is very exciting, isn't it?" If no one else is gonna do anything, then that's fine. Cool. Then it'll be Froggy Boyo's turn. So in front of him we have Eglath, and off in the distance we have Khod and Selena and no, not Selena. Selena, yeah, Rain and Diane. Basically, what he's going to do is let's have a look. He's going to bite. He's going to bite Eglath, who's right in front of him.
And I'm gonna use my bear's reaction to impose disadvantage on that.
Oh yeah. Wow, I'd like to see you try. Okay, cool. Is that when it does any action, or is it like what is it tied to?
It's a reaction. If the thing attacks someone within 5 feet of my bear, and Eglath is within 5 feet of my bear, I can use my bear's reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack roll.
Cool. Great, cool, excellent. So basically, that is the thing that happens. I'm gonna say like as flavor, it's just kind of like biting onto a bit of it just to like distract it or whatever. Okay, let's make those rolls. Okay, there's a 10. Happen to hit Eglath. I guess no. But yeah, basically yeah, okay, cool. Basically it goes in for a bite. And it is sort of like distracted by the spear, and it sort of snaps pretty close to you, but it's not gonna be able to do anything effectual. Basically, yeah, it's just gonna do that, and that will end its turn. In which case, it's gonna be Khod's turn now.
I'm going to remember I have a thing that I haven't for the longest time. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Hunter's Mark. Classic.
Which
Yep, so
gives me an extra d6 damage on it.
if you hit.
If I hit, yes. And I'm going to shoot my bow at it. Come on, dice. Be good.
Cast your spell.
Ooh, that's going to hit. 18 plus 8, 26.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is a d8, which is that one. Which is that one. Oop. Okay, it's both of those dice. So that is a d8, which is 7 plus 4, so 13, plus another 4, which is 17 damage.
17 overall. Alright, you, so basically, the creature has sort of made this biting attack, and as it kind of recalls, it sort of has its mouth open for a fraction of a second, in which time you are able to fire your bow, and it sort of heads straight into its mouth, and kind of pins it, and it does a devastating attack. And it's going to kind of roar gutturally in response. Let's see. Ribbit.
And that is my turn.
Ow! Ow!
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Okay. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright. In which case, combat is going to now roll around, and we're back to Rin. Oh, no, fuck. Eglath, sorry.
Actually, yeah.
Sorry, Eglath.
You know, Eglath should actually get a turn first.
Yeah. Sorry, people with no initiative have no rights.
Eglath is powerful enough to win without even needing a
I
turn.
don't even need to act. You don't even need to act to win. Sorry, people with low initiative have no rights. So no, stab you with the axe. Classic maneuver.
My music is not exactly combat music right now. I feel like I should probably change that.
Can't listen to anything right now. 16 does hit. Roll damage.
Don't want fucking Hang Castle, YouTube. That's not...
Is the Les Mis soundtrack appropriate for D&D combat?
Wow.
If not, it's just on in the background. Doesn't matter. 12 for damage. Being the creative thinker that she is, Eglath goes in for a second swing with that big old axe of hers, right in the spot where she hit before, and again, proves to be very effective. You whack in and sort of tear out a bigger chunk out of this thing. More sort of goo splats out. Some of it over you, but you don't really mind. Yes, and you sort of revel in the glory of combat as you're sort of hacking into this thing. Cool. Right. In which case, are you gonna attempt to do anything else, or is that gonna be it? Cool. And now it is gonna be Rin's turn.
Right. Shooting in the face, and I'm going to use my bonus action to command my bear to attack on its turn, which I'm just going to have to happen right after mine because less complicated.
Shoot it in the face, shoot it in the face.
That's an 11. Okay, now for the bear's attack.
Yeah, you missed with that first one.
And that's an 18 plus 4 for 22.
That does hit. What kind
Alrighty.
of damage does a metal bear do?
It does a d8 plus 2 of force damage.
Yeah.
So that's 3 force damage. It's
force.
something, and that's my turn.
3 force damage. Okay, so you kind of fire your crossbow, and it does go wide of this creature. Perhaps you haven't used your magic in a little while, but I don't know. It's just either way you're kind of thrown off and you miss. But the bear is gonna kind of in response, take another bite out of one of its legs, doing some damage, but nothing too substantial. It mainly kind of seeks to irk it more than anything else. But yes, unless you want to do anything else, that'll be the end of that. And now,
Shooty boom time.
pew-pew-doo, it's Diane's turn.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Far away,
21.
far away. 21. Very nice.
That's a hit.
That hits,
Yep, that does it.
and it hits for pretty good damage, which is 13 damage.
13 damage.
13.
I did say I was listening to Les Miserables, but it really has changed the tone of this fight as you're like killing this thing to bring him home in the background. It's just
Yeah, the people singing the song of angry frogs.
it's just sounds like it's just lamenting at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, so you fire again and you kind of blast it sort of in its face. You sort of notice like little fragments of it blast off, possibly teeth, difficult to tell in this fog. But yeah, you've definitely done some damage with that shot. Okay, right. Next, you gonna do anything else? I'm guessing no. Wait, would you use your magical attack or your regular attack?
That would have been magic.
Okay, Doug, that's fine. Yeah, so you do your damage with it. I actually did check. I haven't checked something. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna have? I guess you're not gonna have Spicy do anything.
No, Spicy is still on defense duty.
Cool. Okay. In which case, it is gonna be Le Frog's turn. Stubb, are you going to impose that reaction again, or how does that work?
Yep, gonna impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. In which case, it is going to specifically make an attack against the metal bear.
Admittedly, I make the decision to use a reaction or not after it attacks.
After attacks, and you didn't you?
No, after the thing I'm
Oh, right,
imposing
okay.
disadvantage on attacks.
Okay, it is going to attack your bear, in which case.
Okay.
Well, does 13 hit?
13 misses, sadly.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So it sort of goes in for a bite against this bear, and just like it kind of like gets its mouth around it, but it just can't really get a grip. It's like you're just too slippery. This is too slippery, to be honest. But yeah, it's gonna basically be ineffectual for another round, so that's good. And we'll move on to Khod.
1 second. Is this terrain still like full movement, or have we got like half movement on it?
No, you're good. You're good
Okay,
to move on.
I'm gonna run up to the bugger, swapping to my 2 short swords,
Yep.
and hit it twice.
Hit it twice. Okay, good. You go in with your stabs. Stab away.
With me stabbies, yes.
Stabby and stabby. Your 2 swords.
Yes, hello, did someone say my name?
Hello, Stabby.
That's me.
Which
That's your name.
is,
That's your name in prison.
I have no intention of going to prison.
I'm just saying.
23
You're-
and unnatural 20.
Oh, very nice. All I'm saying
You're
is if you
stabbing
do,
my
you've got a
fellow
good name there.
convicts.
It's all people do there. So 23 and a natural 20. That's cool. So that'll be. Which order would that be? I don't know. It doesn't matter. In which case, roll your damage on the first one, and then for the second one, roll an extra damage die.
Do I get the extra damage? That was a 4. Extra damage on both hits from Hunter's Mark.
Well, yes. No, actually, it's only on the first one, I think.
Is it?
Because the second one is... I think so. I think you only get it... Yeah, you only get Hunter's Mark once per combat round.
Oh, okay. I will get rid of that one then. So that is 15 damage in total.
15 damage with all of your stabs. Okay, you're stabbing this thing. You're stabbing it. You basically... so you kind of, furiously stab it twice with your swords. And you kind of bring it down to one knee, and it's kind of eyes you right up and hisses at you, sort of lapping its tongue about. Yes. Will you attempt to do anything else on your turn?
No, that's me.
Cool. Great. Good. Yes, that's then. We'll have Eglath take her turn. Oh, I'm about to end this man's whole career. $16 to hit is the hit. Roll damage. 10. Okay. How do you kill it? Use descriptors if you like. Yeah, you just bonk it.
Wait, I know how you could finish it. This is... There you go! That wasn't a very impressive flip. Hang on.
It's probably a bit too big to flip. So jump up.
You can flip it, just...
Exit vertically in the chest. And yeah, so you kind of you carve into it with...
That's not how I'm doing the flips, Dio.
How do you do the flips?
The way you do the flips is, if you look over here, I'll do it with Diane and Spicy again. What you want to do is you want to get the base of one figure over the other, and then press R on the bottom figure.
I like that actually for if you have her do it then. Yeah, she just flips right up in the air. And basically just sort of makes a massive carve across this thing's chest. And just kind of splits it wide open. A load of guts and various bits of viscera kind of spill out. It kind of ball cringes its hands slightly, and then sort of topples forward, and falls down. And it is dead. It is dead. It flops there, and its sort of eyes are sort of open still, but yeah, there's no life there. And yeah, it is dead. Well done! Woo! Combat is over. You've won.
We murdered a
Fuck
thing.
you, Froggy.
Yay! I need to go to the toilet.
Fuck you, Big the Cat.
Yes, this was Big the Cat.
Froggy, where are you? Fucking dead, mate.
Okay, I'll be back in a hot second. But well done, you did the thing.
Along with my dice.
So that went well.
Yeah.
I mean, we did kill a frog. Which, when I say it like that, don't sound like much of an achievement.
It was a giant frog. With very angry bastard. Just gonna quickly I hear frantic typing in the background.
It's plain to see.
Okie doke. Right. We all good? We all here?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Excellent. Right. So, that's the end of combat. You're out of combat now. You got a dead big Foggo boy in front of you, and I imagine Eglath is feeling pretty good about herself. She is like basically covered in head to toe in like black sludge, but I imagine she's quite pleased with the way things turned out. And Madden is kind of sitting on top of Spicy's, kind of like lightly clapping, saying, "Bravo, bravo!"
So, where do we go from here? Do we keep walking in the same direction?
I mean, I'd assume so.
With Eglath covered in all that goo.
Does anyone know any, like, cleaning magic or something?
Pretty sure I don't know prestidigitation.
Jeez, no one knows any basic spells. Oh, okay.
No prestidigitation. Rin is pretending to not know prestidigitation.
Huh?
Wait, but she does.
Yeah.
Oof. Rude. And Selena might know it, but I don't know.
Pretty sure clerics don't get prestidigitation.
Ah, rip. But yeah, in that case, what are you guys gonna do now?
Rin, can we, like, put Selena on the bear's back? So she doesn't get all covered in goo.
Sure.
Okay, she gets plopped on.
It's not a comfortable ride, but it's a ride.
She's unconscious, it's fine.
The sort of the plates of Mecha Spicy are probably gonna dig in quite a bit.
Yeah, considering the back
yeah.
has like spines on it.
Oh,
Like, but they got more like ridges, I guess. Got overlapping
very
bits that stick up slightly. It's uncomfortable as fucking hell.
She'll probably be fine. If anything, it'll help wake her up.
yeah, it'd be funny if she just. Like,
I'm just saying, when she wakes up, this one's on you.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Yeah, he's have to take responsibility for anything.
Well-
But anyway,
it was that, or Eglath carries her and gets covered in goo.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try carrying her.
I'm not that strong.
I mean, that's never stopped you asking me to carry stuff.
Yeah, but... Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. In which case, Madam is going to kind of kick her heels lightly into Spicy and just be like, sort of like gesture him over to the corpse of the big foggy boy. And is going to kind of have a look at it. How very interesting. So, like, looking it up and down. And I'll make a quick roll.
You alright there, madam?
Yes. I'm just inspecting it. I've never seen anything like it, I don't think. It is rather remarkable, isn't it? You all seem to deal with it so easily.
I don't know if remarkable is the word I'd use. Horrific, horrendous, grotesque. Those all spring to mind.
Have you ever seen anything like it before?
I mean, I've seen it before.
And its friend that we killed.
And I have seen frogs before, madam.
Well, yeah, as you're kind of having this discussion, you're going to notice that the Bandahob, whereas before it was kind of very moist and sort of covered in sort of slime, like a general slime anyway, as well as like its own blood and stuff. It's slowly it's sort of starting to dry out somewhat, and it sort of loses its. Whereas before it was kind of like a very dark green with sort of a yellow belly, it's now sort of like all turning into a pale grey, and quite quickly actually it's going to start basically disintegrating in front of your eyes.
Well, that's certainly terrifying.
As I already said, that beast was grotesque.
And it does decay at quite a remarkable rate.
Well, we didn't see the other one decay, it just kind of sank.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably decayed under the water. That makes sense to me.
Well, no point in lamenting, I suppose. Best we move on. In which case, yeah, if no one else is gonna like do anything, she's just gonna start like pressing on with Spicy.
I tell you, just keep going until we find more civilization.
Yeah. Basically,
Pretty much.
in that case, no one else is gonna do anything. You kind of just sort of keep pushing on through the fog. The sludge that you were sort of walking on before has sort of dried out. You're sort of stepping in, silty. So it sort of turns from like silty mud to sort of drier dirt, and eventually you start to come across sort of tufts of vegetation and plant life, grass and things like that, sort of dotted about the place. Because for a riverbank, it's surprisingly sort of devoid of anything living. But eventually, you start sort of coming across more living things, and eventually, you sort of reach a point where the fog, things definitely sort of getting brighter. Whereas before, you kind of needed Khod's torch to kind of navigate and sort of see your way around. Now. It's more like fog on a midday, basically. So you can you've got a much better. Everything's sort of more white than sort of black, veiled around you, and eventually, you get to a point where the sun begins to actually break through this layer of fog, and you're seeing it for the first time in who knows how long. And it's
40 years.
It's been 84 years. And yeah, you all sort of push through, and eventually you're sort of still in like a low layer of fog, but you can just you can sort of see the middle distance now, whereas you couldn't before. So you've got like a good view of ridges and different things off in the distance. Yes. So you are now. So you're now sort of. You feel like you're more sort of walking through open terrain, and eventually, like, the fog appears to dissipate completely. Sorry, what?
Can I kind of look at Madam and see what she's like? Her face is doing, what she's looking, if she's anything like that.
She's been quite quiet for quite some time now, but she's eventually gets this point, and she's sort of the day that has kind of greeted you. You just sort of like pushed out of the fog basically, and you've just kind of come to quite a scenic looking vista, where the sky is blue, the sun is kind of beating down on you, and there's like lots sort of grassy plains with verdant trees and things dotted about the place. And she almost sort of stretches out, which is probably one of the most exaggerated actions you've seen from her in all the time you've known her. Oh, well, this is my goodness.
Are you alright, Madam?
She sort of looks back, and she says, "Oh, yes, I'm quite all right. This is, well, I wasn't expecting to see this again. But yes, it is quite remarkable to see."
So now everything's becoming a bit clearer for you. Can you remember anything else of how you got there in the first place?
She sort of hops off Spicy in a quite a quick movement. She kind of hops off and sort of strides about the place, and she says, "Yes, things are starting to come back to me actually," and she sort of stretches. She's sort of stretching quite a lot. And says, "Oh, how I missed this sun." And she says, "Yes, I think I remember just about how to do this." And as she sort of says that, something begins to happen to her before your eyes, as you kind of see, you sort of see her begin to change. Basically, she's kind of engulfed in a bright light for a moment, and then she appears to have undergone a complete transformation. Where before there stood a wizened old half-orc woman, now floats a radiant figure who seems to shine amidst the gloom. Well, sort of the fog kind of area. Her features are slender and delicate, with a stunning flow of black hair, finely pointed teeth, beautiful red and black robe which billows out beneath a large waistband. And she kind of she's sort of floating there quite ethereally. She says, "Ah, yes, that's much better. Ah." She sort of, she seems to be sort of staring off into the middle distance at the moment, sort of hanging there.
So that's new. Anybody got a comment on how Madam's now changed?
I mean, it don't seem like none of my business. But I have to admit I ain't seen nothing like it before.
Hey, me neither.
That was quite a glow up, madam.
I am most appreciative. And please, I much prefer Madame.
So the same thing with a little bit more French to it.
I suppose, whatever
madame.
Oui,
I
baguette and
believe
all
your
that.
French is a dialect of Infernal. From what I know.
Yes. That's canon. That's actually canon.
Yeah, forced that into 2 different campaigns.
Oh no, wait, isn't mooing also a dialect of Infernal?
No, that's a bit.
Oh, Abyssal, sorry.
Because
God, I think it was
Minotaur are demons. Or part demon.
I would
They've got a bit of
ask you to
demon blood.
stop calling me a demon, please, Rain.
That's
It's a
quite
little bit
insensitive.
offensive.
You're defended from them.
I mean, be that as it may, you know, I don't call you your father's name. Bill. Bill Thunderstrike. I imagine that was his name.
He just stares.
Yeah, basically, with this, she kind of like, the glow kind of like leaves her a little bit, but she does still obviously glow, because she's quite, what we'd call conventionally attractive. And she kind of like, hot sort of like stands in front of you. She stands like, quite tall. She's definitely taller than Diane and Khod. I wouldn't say perhaps taller than Eglath as well. But yeah, she sort of like stands in front of you and says, well, you've all been most helpful. I mean, just having you around helped jog my memory, and I'm pretty sure if you hadn't turned up, I'd have been quite content to stew in there for the rest of my days, but, well, I mean, I have things to do now. Avenge the people who locked me up. Various bits and
I think
bobs.
you mean get revenge on them. Avenging them would be, you know, getting revenge for them. Diane's a grammar Nazi now.
Diane's a Nazi, oh my
A
god.
grammar Nazi.
Oh jeez, I didn't expect that plot twist. Yeah, so she says, well, I must thank all of you. I mean, of course, a few of you did try to murder me at one point, but you know, we all have our little squabbles and quibbles every now and again, don't we?
Madame, I agree with you that was completely uncalled for.
Quite, but I'm sure it's all forgiven now. Perhaps not forgotten, but, you know, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
No hard feelings, yeah? It was a working theory. Yeah, that didn't work.
What theory?
I don't know, many puzzles require different things, and it was a puzzle that...
So it weren't no theory, you just wanted to throw her off.
No, it was a working theory that the old lady had something to... Madame had something to do with the puzzle.
And how did throwing her off affect whether or not that was true in any way?
Come back to me on that one.
So
You had absolutely no reason to believe that would do anything, you pair of imbeciles.
she doesn't glide, but she walks with a very graceful step, and she kind of like stands right in front of you. She's about let's call it about 7 feet tall, and she kind of like she sort of like rests a hand on Khod's shoulder, and she says, yes, no hard feelings. And as she sort of says this, you feel her grip tighten just a bit into it as she's like holding your shoulder, and then she lets go, and she kind of turns away from you, and she says, well, you've left me out, so I suppose a little reward is in order, and being naturally gifted as I am, I have a pretty good idea on what you'll want, and I think I can help you with that.
Thank
sort
you.
Oh, don't thank me yet, young man. And she kind of, she just sort of like, she basically does like some, I can't remember what the word is, but it's just when you do like shit with your hands, she just kind of like...
Gesticulate.
gesticulates, but there's like a word for it in D&D, I can't remember what it is. But she like she gesticulates somewhat, and she says, and she gesticulates, sort of like goes quiet for a minute. And she says, over there, yes, over there. And she kind of like points to a patch of ground a few feet away, and it's basically it's like around you is mostly grass, but there is just sort of like some like a patch of dirt.
Oh,
So we go to the dirt.
Yes, go to the dirt, as you say. Now I suppose I'd best be off. Thanks for all the help and everything, but I don't think we keep the best company if it's all the same to you. I have, let's say I have bigger fish to fry. I'll say you're not the first person who's tried to kill me, but I will be getting going. Toodles to you all then. It was almost a pleasure to know you. And with that, she kind of like moves her hands and just sort of disappears from view. She's like, it's more like a fade.
Feeling we just unleashed some sealed evil or something.
Yeah, but I will say she made a damn good lamb pie.
I mean, it ain't our business. I mean, we got out. That's the main thing. Speaking of getting out, no, I've completely forgotten my words. At all. It's just completely gone. Nope. Well, fuck me, I guess.
That's impressive. You have the patch of dirt. That's the only prompt I gave you. So,
I guess we'll have a look at the prompt. The dirt.
Okie doke. So you're kind of like standing around, and there's just like this patch. It's like I'd say it's like around.
I fucked up the paintbrush a bit.
What?
I fucked up a bit with the paintbrush.
On what? Where? Oh, yeah. That's what you've been doing. Why has it got a tongue?
I don't know. I don't know how I did that, but it just suddenly protruded out.
So we get to the patch of dirt. Now what do we do? Anybody got any idea, or is Diane distracted?
Literally.
Painting.
Literally. We probably dig there, considering that, you know,
Anyone
that's
have
usually...
a spade or a shovel or anything?
Spicy is just
Spicy
kind of like.
has a dig spade.
Bring the ore. Oh, Spassy. Spassy, you're a digger.
I also brought the ore.
Okay, you just have the ore. Jeez. If you want, you can help. You can. Yeah, Spicy's gonna like just sort of start like digging away in that way that mammals do. Although probably doing a bit quicker considering it's quite large. Are you gonna help with your ore?
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Good joke. Yeah, you help out Spicy, and you end up. So quite quickly you dig up a small, quite unremarkable looking box, like one that's like on 4 legs and has a lock.
It's a box with legs?
But not like it's not got like real legs. It's just on like it's like on a raised.
Oh my
it's just
god,
raised up.
it's a mimic. I can tell you that it has legs.
It's a massive. Yes, god damn it. It's just a normal looking box basically, made of metal.
With human legs.
Yeah, with one human leg. No, it's just a normal looking box.
I was gonna say in one fish leg, and then I remembered fish, in fact, not known for having legs.
You're thinking of the How to Train Your Dragon character.
I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon to be thinking of a character from it.
It's a weird
There's a
connection
character
to
called
make them.
Fish Legs.
Yeah.
I think I made this helmet pretty, gosh darn smashing.
So, is it locked or is it unlocked?
You haven't tested it yet.
I'll try and open it.
You try to open it. It is locked.
Alrighty! Thieves' tools. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I have those.
I have them.
You can go ahead
Of
then.
course you would have them.
Mwahaha.
Why am I not surprised?
I
fucking hate your character.
I tried to pick the lock.
Okie doke. Well, who's gonna get to it first? Currently, Rainy is holding
Eglath
the
can do
box, so you know.
Eglath can do it.
Eglath can do it.
Give it to Eglath and just cleave at it. With
Wait,
the
oh
axe.
wait, no. Nope, I meant Khod. Getting those of you mixed up for some strange reason.
Eglath pries it open with her bare hands.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. She gives it to Khod. 'Cause why not?
What check is it?
Dex plus proficiency if you have proficiency in Thieves' Tools.
How does one find out?
You should do.
What's your background?
Yes. I have got some criminal background.
Criminal background, so you have proficiency in Thieves' Tools.
Yeah,
So
you
you would
have
so
seen these tools. I've checked your sheet.
Cool.
yeah, Dex mod plus
Dex.
proficiency bonus.
So proficiency is 2? Question mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
So plus 6 on a roll. It doesn't matter. I got a nat 1.
Brilliant.
You break one of your like bobby pins or whatever. It's like the Bethesda style one. Does anyone else want to give it a go?
Sure, I'll
I get.
take a swing at it. I'm pretty sure I
I
have
sheepishly
proficiency. Actually, you know,
give Rin the box back going. Yeah, I'll let you.
yeah, Thieves' Tools. Okay. So, because, do I have anything in here that has proficiency? Wait, no, I'm not rolling from there anyway. Okay. Pop that in there. Okay, that is a 7 plus 5, so a 12.
Yeah, like you hear the satisfying kind of click, and the box.
And can I open it?
Yep, you open it. It is a mimic. No, it's not. Inside you find a neat little treasure trove of various items. You find a silver necklace, a collection of various colourful gems, and a ruby, as well as some money as well, mostly copper pieces. I'm not just making this up on the fly, by the way. Sorry, it sounds like I am. I'm not.
So when
yeah.
she said she knew what we all wanted, she was talking in the most vague terms she could and meant money, because everyone wants money,
Probably, yeah.
except for them there communists.
damn communists. Yeah, so you find specifically 3 gemstones, a ruby, a silver necklace, and 51 copper pieces.
Okay.
51
Right.
copper pieces. Oh wow, she really broke the bank, didn't she?
Oh,
Oh boy!
I mean, the actual things in there. I don't think I have identified it. Well, I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic so I can work out if any of this shit is magical.
okay. You cast your detect magic, and you sense, perhaps like traces of magic, but none of them have any inherent properties that are magical.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Everyone else has seen that you've opened this up, by the way. So you know.
Yeah.
So what's in there, Rin?
She'll, like, just put it in the middle of everyone. Just stuff.
So a little bit of money, a little bit of jewelry, and some gems. Wow, she's very generous.
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody know where civilization is?
I mean, we still have no idea where we are.
Okay, so you've kind of... Have you divided all the stuff up, or have you just kind of like...
No, we have not.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you can sort of that later if you want. Basically, you kind of like also looking over this.
Yeah, this is start once we get back to civilization, split it among us, and then... Well, we'll figure out what we do at that point. So, yeah.
You're kind of all looking over this this chest, and you kind of some of you kind of think you hear something on the wind, just like a voice, and you sort of think it says, "Oh, and one more thing," and with that, you're gonna hear off in the distance a voice. Oh, oh. Oh. Oh.
What is that noise?
You're going to look at the source of the noise.
I think I know what the source of the noise is, and I don't know that I want to free it.
Yeah, sure.
You look at the source of the noise. It's not in the chest or anything. Hang on. And you see, you're kind of like at the base of a hill at the moment. You see at like the top of the hill is a figure who appears to be shouting down at you. He's kind of like, or they're kind of like blocked, backed by the sunlight, so you can't really make out any distinctive features, but you can tell that they are trying to get your attention, waving their arms and various things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's him.
So, does everybody else see the guy at the top of the hill, or is it just me?
Yes, we see the guy at the top of the hill. I'm pretty sure it's the tiny fella who sold me spicy.
Okay, so Eglath is gonna walk in the direction. Basically, they're just gonna like making their way up the hill, and eventually you're gonna sort of you're gonna sort of like get closer and closer, and eventually sort of the light is gonna kind of move, so you're gonna be able to get a better view of who this person is. Eglath, you can see that the person who's kind of standing in front of you is sort of shorter than you, seemingly human, wearing some light armor. Not like as far as humans go, sort of fairly normalish height. Their head isn't covered, so you can see they have a sort of mop of fairly shortly cut, but still like with a fringe blonde hair. And while like you kind of thought that you kind of like when from what it sounded like when you were at the bottom of the hill, it kind of sounded like the distance was making their voice sound quite high. They do actually have quite a high pitched voice even as you kind of approach. And you can kind of see
the distance made their voice seem high. That's not a thing.
It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like
is that a thing?
I know it's like the exasperation of like shouting quite a lot, you know, but like that just kind of carries on. That exasperation kind of exists even as they just talk normally. And you can you can tell, and Eglath, you can actually tell that it's someone that you recognize. Make me a history roll. Hey guys, hey! It's an 18. With that, you recognize that this young man that you can see here is the first guy that you met right at the start of the campaign. It's Declan, And he is just kind of like waving and shouting. He's like, "Hey guys! Oh my god! Oh my god! How I cannot! Wow! I did not expect to see you here. Oh my wow! Hey! Oh my god! Wow! This is
weren't we kind of? I kind of whisper this to Rin. Wait, Rin wasn't there. I kind of whisper this to Diane. Didn't we?
Rin is here.
No, I mean Rin wasn't there when we met Declan.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of whisper to Diane. Weren't we glad when that guy didn't come with us before?
I don't remember. I don't remember all the different people I meet.
He was the guy that didn't come with
I
us.
only remember the important ones.
Yeah, good point.
in all 900 years of time and space. I've never met someone who wasn't important before. But yeah, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
when you travel around lots, you know, my head ain't that big, and I don't have room for that many people.
My brain is literally the size of a pea. Okay, so yeah.
I resent that remark. I would say it is at least the size of a peanut.
Ah, excellent. Okay, you kind of get closer, and yeah, you can see each of you can sort of recognize this guy. Like, oh, that guy from the start. Oh, right, okay. And
Apart from Rin,
yeah.
he wasn't there.
yes, of course, Rin doesn't recognize this man.
Oh yeah, Rin. Apparently this is some guy we met before.
It's like, oh, wow. You know, I really did not expect to see you guys around here. I'm just, wow, this is quite something. Yeah, I'm basically just sort of wandering in the middle of nowhere, and I just come across you lot. What are the chances of that?
Okay,
Where is he?
civilization, directions, now.
I mean, we're not that far away.
Direction.
All right. Calm down. It's sort
I'm
of
sorry, but we've been mighty lost for a couple of weeks now.
where have you lost?
We've been in a weird cottage for a good couple of weeks.
Cottage, eh? Don't know any
Weird
cottages, right?
Fog College.
I definitely saw this guy less than 2 weeks ago as well.
Yeah, I know.
Weird Fog Place.
Fog place, eh? Where's that then?
Well, if you walk in that direction, there's a boat that has one oar because Rin stole one of them, and if you kind of keep paddling, you'll find this kind of tall structure with a cottage on the top. Have fun.
You kind of look behind you.
If you want to point us towards civilization, so we can go there, you can walk and talk.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I will say, as you kind of like point behind you to like point out where you were before, you look out, and basically all you can see behind you, where you just were, is a big lake. There's no fog. There's nothing else. It's just a big lake.
Ugh.
It's like, oh, cool. Oh, wow. I mean, that's catch me up for it. We'll, trade stories. I mean, I'm a bit of an adventurer now myself, Oh wow! I mean, it's been great. I'll be honest. I've had a smashing time. Oh god, I can't wait to catch up. And he kind of like starts walking off, in like he sort of like crests the ridge, and you all kind of like follow him. Now I'm gonna have to call a break because I have stuff to do. So I'll be back in a second. And I'd advise you call a break as well.
Cool, break time.
Right. Okay. Be back in a second.
I know he can't hear us, but I still saw it.
Jesus,
Hello, he's not happened.
Jesus, you were loud for a second there, Abbie.
Was I?
Very. What have I missed?
I don't know why. I was just talking normally, I think.
But yeah.
I haven't really missed anything.
What secret shenanigans is Rin up to?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. No.
Where? No? Just no?
Yeah. No.
Cool. It's always fun when the DM runs away in the middle of a game.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of excessive typing from Abbie at the moment.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
We're doing some RP.
Oh, okay.
Regarding the secret stuff that totally doesn't exist.
I
Okay.
don't know what secret stuff you're talking about.
Is it divvying the loot between the two of you, screw everybody else?
It is not divvying the loot. We're not evil.
Unlike you.
I am not evil.
You wanted to throw an old lady off a tower for no discernible reason.
It was
Yeah.
a reason.
But you haven't been able to give us the reason.
Again, it was a working theory that she had something to do with it. That means...
That means that you are willing to kill an old lady on the suspicion that she had something to do with the place we were trapped in 5 minutes after being trapped there.
I wasn't expecting to kill her. I know there was water down there. She'd be fine.
You do realize that,
She's a
like,
feeble old woman, and also, like, water doesn't work it like it does in video games. It still hurts to hit water.
oh,
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
Most people who fall off buildings die on the way down and not on impact.
and she was old and frail and might have had a heart attack on the way down.
You say was. She was...
Yeah, but you didn't know that at the time.
I had suspicions that she wasn't old. She seemed to be.
Again, that's only suspicions with no evidence to back up killing an old lady.
Yeah, good point. Again, mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made.
Yeah, you can't really excuse murder with mistakes were made.
She didn't die. It's fine. I will... Okay, for you, I will attempt to be better in the future. No throwing old ladies off of cliffs.
Also not sure how much I trust you.
No old ladies off of cliffs. No anybody off a cliff. I hear woofings. Mika is home. Hello, darling. What? What's up? I will be back in a second. And I'm back.
Oh, what
Okay.
excellent timing. Right. Cool.
Can we just talk about the existence of potion of poison? Like, why not just call it poison?
I believe it's because it like mimics a healing potion.
But it's still a poison.
So with Hax, are you ready to go?
Pretty much. I was just prepping some stuff. Oh god, they get me to empty the bins during these breaks for the most part. Or my parents, I help my parents with that. Oh god, we got full of maggots today. It was like,
Oh, I hate maggots.
Lovely.
Yeah. There's a reason I don't fucking fish. Other than, fish being gross.
I love fishing.
Nuclear fishing.
Nuclear fish, yes, my favorite. Not actually watching Chernobyl has put me off that for life. I looked at myself in the mirror when I went to the toilet earlier, and my face was all red, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm dead," because I've been watching the series. But no, I'm fine.
Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, right. So basically, where we off? Okay, we got a little die for Declan. Hang on a sec. Right. Okay. So yeah, basically, met up with Declan, and he's basically kind of like leading you over this ridge, and he's kind of like catching up on kind of stuff that's happened to him. Essentially, what happens is you kind of crest this ridge and
What
find.
has happened to him?
I'll get onto that in a bit, but I'm just saying geographically, he's kind of like led you onto a dirt road, and you're kind of heading into a more wooded area, and you're kind of following him along. Basically, he's just kind of like recounting his tales. To start with, he did end up joining. I think you advised him at the start to not take up adventuring, but he did end up joining up with some people. He's like, "Oh, these were great guys all around, right up until they dumped me in a well." But I mean, like I understand why they did it. It's totally fair. Basically, we had to go and liberate some treasure from a bunch of bandits, and once the liberating was done, we had the treasure to deal with, and basically, being of a bit of a smaller stature, they thought that it'd be better to just sort of dump me in a well, and take the reward for themselves. But I get why they did it. It makes sense.
Seems fair, yeah. I agree with them.
Exactly. I'm sure it happens to every adventurer on the first adventure. But luckily, before I couldn't tread water for any longer, I got helped out by this bloke who happened to be walking past. Bit gruff, but he helped me right out. Right out well he did. But and I sort of stuck around with him. He seemed like a decent stand-up bloke, I suppose.
Until he pushed you in a well also.
He has not pushed me in a well as of yet. And I'm most grateful to him for that. But I would understand if he did happen to push me in a well, whether that be accidentally or otherwise.
Declan, you need to become less of a wet blanket.
More like a doormat, let's be honest.
Look, I am a toughened adventurer. Look, I've got a sword and everything. He sort of like holds out like a dinky blade, with like scratches all over it. Like, look at that! Could kill a dragon with that. He's like just jabbing.
About
You
that?
are going to end up dead.
There's like a jabbing motion forward. Like, yeah.
I'm glad we left this guy in the recruiting office.
All right, mate. Relax, you know.
Have you ever actually killed anyone with that blade?
Well,
Anything?
Well, look, when we were liberating that treasure, I got into a few scraps. I mean, can't quite remember exactly what happened, but you know, I probably took a few of them down.
It turns out he's a barbarian and just goes into the greatest rages ever and is an absolute murder fiend, but he can't remember any of it.
Wasn't he a monk?
They ditched him in the well solely so that they didn't have to, you know, deal with the terror that is Declan.
Surely they wouldn't have. Well,
That was their way of sealing away a great power.
a great evil. Yeah, he's chaotic evil alignment. No, he's like, he's just like, oh, hey, look, you know, it's what happens to everyone. I'm sure I took, you know, down around like 10 or 20 maybe during the fight or something like that, but you know.
Rin actually laughs.
10 or 20 what?
Genuinely, Rin cackles at that.
10 or 20 what?
Guys, you know, like,
You look like
Bandit
you couldn't
people?
handle 10 or 20, like,
Rats.
yeah.
it's like, you know, it's a heated battle. You can't remember exactly how many, you know,
With a
you're fighting.
cannon.
Declan, just a handy hint for the future. If you're gonna lie, make it more believable.
I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Sir, I know what it's like to be fairly weak myself, so I would advise you to go out there and get one of these things called a gun.
A gun? Oh yeah, I remember you had that thing. What does it actually do?
Explosions that ain't magic, apparently.
Oh yeah.
See, look, I'm learning.
It's
I'm
like,
learning.
so what? Does it like ignite gunpowder and that projects a projectile at high velocities towards a target or something like that?
Oh my god.
I mean, Ren, isn't that what you said?
Yes, it is.
How did he know that?
How do I know
Don't
what?
know.
I
What?
Man
thought
appears to be an
you-
imbecile.
I thought everyone knew that.
I just kind of shake my head in the background.
Is there a tree Rin can beat her head against?
Nearly everyone
Yes,
I've
there is.
met has been totally baffled by my gun, but you of all people know what it is.
I don't know. I thought everyone knew what that kind of
I
technology was.
highly freaking doubt that.
My dad was in the Navy. Know what a cannon is? It's like that, but small.
Okay, the sheer stupid has actually begun to melt my brain.
Wow.
Okay, well, in which case, he just, like, sort of keeps rambling on.
What is a cannon,
Ren-
Ren?
Rin commences the blocking him out.
You know, but Diane's just gonna ask Ren, what is a cannon?
It's like a gun, but bigger. I hate that human being.
Gun. Like the bear gun or the...
Can we see civilization yet?
It's like the size of a person.
Okay, so basically, you kind of, like, you kind of push through... You're kind of along this dirt road, and there's been, like, signs and things that you've gone past. And eventually, you reach a sort of crossroads. He sort of directs you down like the left side route. At this point, kind of people have been actually passing you on the road, carts and things like that. A few like people sort of coming up, offering like little trinkets and things. Most of which have been.
I will
useless or
take all of
tacky.
the trinkets they offer me.
Beautiful. You get like fluffy, a pair of fluffy D20s.
I will always take free stuff.
I kind of was thinking, I was like trying to liken them to, you know how when you're stuck in a queue and people like in a car queue, and like people
Yeah, but they were offering it. They offered it. Diane just takes it. She mugs them by accident.
Oh god. You have like
She
little
takes
things.
it and they're too intimidated by the fact she's a Minotaur to stop her.
In which case, basically, you've got like little car toys like dangling from your horns. You've got like a tree that gives off a weird, quite gross smell, and like other like quite tacky looking things. Yeah, of
like
course.
a hula dancer.
Yes, you got a hula. You got it like it's like a beholder on a little spring, basically.
And Rin is gonna quietly start pulling them off of Diane's horns.
I imagine Diane doesn't even notice, but
You don't like it?
I think it's artistic, personally. It's how I express myself.
Not a fan of my new look.
I assumed that they'd gotten stuck on you and you hadn't noticed. I'll be honest.
I assumed that was what they were for. I'll be honest, I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
I'm
But
pretty
they
sure
seem
they're
to
meant
wanna
to go
give
in
you-
carts and to go along the like front of the cart, Diane.
Oh, well, I'm proficient in land vehicles, so that's fine.
I'll keep these for later. So yeah, you kind of like push along the road, and eventually you come to an inn. The inn is called the Nosy Vole. Oh, I use that name before.
The Nosy what?
The Nosy Vole. And there's a little oil painting of a kind of scratched oil painting of a little woodland creature, which you presume is a vole, nestled in some grass. You kind of look at it. It's kind of like nestled amongst the trees. It's like off the beaten track, but it's like along the side of the road. So there's carts pulled up outside, and you can kind of hear the sounds of like chatter from inside. But it does have stories to it, and you can see little windows and things like that. So there's you can tell from the outside that there's residents and things like that.
Well,
And,
I think we all deserve a pint. Anybody want one?
Declan kind of stops outside and says, "Well, this is the place."
Place for what?
Oh, where you're supposed to go. I may have been slightly disingenuous with you. I wasn't exactly just wandering around in the middle of nowhere when I found you.
And Ren walks out. No,
I'm
done with this group's bullshit.
Well, look, I was with. I think they might know who you are, and I happen to also know you are. So that's quite good luck if I do say so myself. This bloke, he's a bit dour. Sounds like he's been smoking a bit too much of the pipe weed, but he seems amicable enough. I think Arthur, Artie, something like that. It's a foreign name. I don't know.
I thought we finally got rid of him.
I thought he lost you, but apparently, but he had. I don't know how magic works, but it's some kind of sense. I don't know. Anyway, he's in here. If you want to come in, we'll I can reintroduce you, I suppose. And he since he fished me out that well, thought I'd help him out.
Dude.
Yeah, Rin's gonna no, not dealing with them again. There's not enough gold in the entire world to make me want to deal with them again.
Yeah.
Alright, suit yourself, I suppose. Well, unfinished business and all that, If you guys want to step this way, feel free.
I kind of
I
pause and let see what Diane and Eglath want to do. Because we all know what Rin's thinking at the moment.
Diane's just gonna sort of hold Rin's sleeve to not be left alone with the group.
Yeah, Rin's like, you know, we could go. I'm sure there's another tavern somewhere other than here.
Okay.
Is there
Away from
another
them.
tavern in town?
I don't know, you can follow the road, see what you find. I mean, I'm gonna go let him know that you're out here, you know, but, you know, up to you lot. Ugh.
I think we would appreciate it if you didn't do that.
Oh, well, alright then. I
mean, I don't speak for everyone, but
Yeah, I would appreciate them not
I
knowing.
don't want to be asked to find more nipple ghouls or harpies or any of that.
Yeah, I think Declan at this point, if you you never saw us, all right?
oh, well, alright then, if you insist. Well, good luck, I guess. He sort of, like, saunters into the pub. Kind of swings the doors open, and they shut behind him. Where would we go now?
Well,
Sorry, after you, Abbie.
no, it's alright. You can go first.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say if we can see any other pubs or anything in the village, town
You
area.
haven't reached the village, you're on the way to the village.
Okay. Do you just want to keep walking to the village? See what's down there?
Probably an idea.
Cool, let's book it.
Alright,
Get out of here as soon as possible.
you head off.
Yeah,
You head off in the direction of the village. You kind of follow the road.
and I'm gonna. Well, Rin at least is gonna head off in the opposite direction,
You
away from
know,
the village.
it's been Maddie something working with y'all, but you know, I can't, as an upstanding citizen, I can't really be seen to be hanging around with a bunch of criminals who would murder an old lady. So I'm gonna follow the gnome on one.
Rin has like stopped and waited for Diane to finish her little speech.
Diane's gonna go up to Rin and just be like, I think I managed to not hurt their feelings.
Rin
Khod
smiles.
is crying right now.
Are you sure about that one? I don't think... No, he wouldn't be crying. He'd just kind of laugh at her perception of him.
Shed a manly tear.
But, yeah, well, good luck with everything. Don't forget your, do you want to take Selena with you, or are you gonna...
She's just unconscious on this fucking stairs.
Yeah, I don't know what we do with her, actually. That's a mighty good point.
Okay.
Circle
if-
live.
We could just leave her here till she wakes up.
I was going to agree with you there, Diane. If we kind of prop her up against the pub...
No,
maybe-
I know. Just if we could get Declan to take her to those two. Or
Yeah.
that... What is his name? Argus? Argus?
We'll just leave her outside, because if we go in to get Artus, they'll know we were there. So we'll just leave Selena outside and go our separate ways.
Leave a sign.
Does anyone have a pen and some paper?
Good cleric
pen.
needs good
If you-
cleric
If it
needs a
go
job.
back, do not steal, Spider-Man.
Well,
that's. Yeah.
well, again, Diane, Rin, it was fun.
Well, it was something. I'm not sure if that's the word I would use.
I mean, I'll be honest, I ain't the biggest fan of those nipple goals, and they will haunt my nightmares for many years to come. Nothing should have such erect nipples.
I'm sure you'll get over it eventually.
I would hope so. Happy trails, I guess.
Yep. See ya.
See you around. So,
Okay.
Flip them a quick salute, and then whenever Diane's ready to head off, they'll head off.
Alright, let's go.
Basically, the two parties kind of like split and head off. Sort of one down one crossroad and then one down the other.
but yeah, I think we leave Selena at the pub.
You just dump Selena.
Outside the pub.
Yes, we do.
For artists to find. So
Yeah.
It's what she would have wanted.
yeah.
Yeah. They're her problem now.
If she was still alive, it's what she would have wanted.
She is alive. She's just
Being carried
unconscious.
up.
They just bury her. May she rest in peace. I miss her every day.
I miss her every day.
So, Eglath, what are you going to do with yourself now?
Oh. Okay, that was not fun.
What wasn't fun? What?
Yeah. Breath of the Wild, I just fell off a tower.
Oh, okay. But I think
We need that like 80s movie style credit sequence now.
yeah, as like Eglath and me walk towards the village with intents of splitting off and doing our own thing, unless Eglath wants me to help her get revenge.
Try and find
Hey DM, how long does it take for the party to realize that Rin still has the chest?
Oh God!
Oh,
no one split the treasure, to be fair.
No
so-
one split the treasure, and
Yeah.
no one stopped Rin from holding on to it.
Okay,
Until
I
Rin was
forgot
gone.
about that.
This was the plan the whole time.
Like half an hour later, then. Like, wait a minute, did we?
It's literally- it's a fucking-
treasure.
It's fucking Ocean's 11 ending. It's great. They're on a speedboat. It's like haha.
Rin, I think we forgot to split the treasure with them.
Forgotten implies I didn't intend to do that.
Okay. Right. So anyway, yeah. So each of you is kind of heading off in your own direction. And Selena's just dumped. There. In which case.
Well, I guess
And
drinks are on them.
Yep.
as the credits fade, Artis walks out to see Selena unconscious on the porch of this bar.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fury appears and
Have you heard of the Avengers Initiative? Okay, well, that's the end, I suppose,
Yep.
since we split the party. So, that is that. We're done.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorted. Narrative conclusion achieved.
Ish.
Mm,
But
Ish.
that will
Ish.
do. That so yeah, that is the end of the Cautious campaign. Thank you everybody for coming out to watch, for enjoying the series in what it was. Not sure what's gonna happen next week. I'm pretty sure for now D&D might be on a little bit of a hiatus, and we will find something that Annalie and I can stream next week, be it on Saturday or be it on Sunday. But for now, let's call it there. If you go to the two YouTube channels on your screen, the first 7 parts, I think this is part 8, will be going up from tomorrow, every 2 days at 6 PM UK time on the main channel. There are VODs going up for the next week on the second channel. Make sure you go and follow the 3 Twitter accounts on your screen, at Diotior, and me24, pardon me, and at Annalie13. Obviously, thank you very much to Abbie, Pink, Stubb, Anna and Hax, obviously their Twitters,
I'm one of those people.
are
No, I just count as two. So.
were in a tweet I put out earlier, so make sure you go and find that and go and give them a follow as well, and hopefully at some point they will
Especially
all...
remember to give Hax a follow. That one's very important.
Hax, who doesn't have Twitter.
If you can't find the Twitter account, you're just not looking hard enough.
Exactly. It
and
does exist.
hopefully they will all be back on the channel at some point. But for now, we can leave it there. Thank you very much. Diotior, out.
Bye.
Bye.